here in Denver. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Denver. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll look to throw. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 22 now, here's second and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Titans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Showtime! Let's make some noise!
play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Broncos.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Good running inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Titans out to the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Titans football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. time, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. He'll drop to throw. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Broncos.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll stick with him again. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot, and frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. Give up the middle, and a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Back to throw. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Denver. The kicking team off for the extra point. It's up and good. The Broncos move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Titans take over first and
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. To throw here to begin the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Complete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. A run here with Mitchell. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. A terrific interior performer, Jeffrey Simmons, on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll try to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. They'll take this in, back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The Titans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. Oh, a loose football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, like, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll go with the counter on 1st down, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. Up the middle they go. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A run on 1st and goal. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. To the ground after the penalty, and he's in! Touchdown, Broncos. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good, and the Broncos extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
This play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll turn and hand this one off. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but That's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Broncos. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That's taken at about the 14, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. That's a move that deserved more than he got in terms of yards. Just a gain of 2. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming. So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Broncos going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Titans.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
First down. A gain of 34 yards. First down, Tennessee.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And the Titans are going to have it 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal, Tennessee.
They'll look to throw again. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing here on this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. 70 seconds left to go in this game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. This one all but over. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. Held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.
Get your hand off my penis!